finished doing all the shit, and I think possibly before we brought him back to life, you had sent a message back to Uthodurn, hadn't you?
Yes, I did. To the...
Yeah,
the big woman. The big one.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do while you're here?
There's not a lot we can do, I don't think. It's kind of an abandoned city, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, like I said, I mean, from what you've been able to tell so far, and probably from what Borgen can tell you, it wasn't abandoned as like an emergency action. People cleared, packed up, and left, properly. So that's why there's nothing left in here other than the giant anvil that they couldn't fucking do anything with, and that they could have done, but
could have got the Jippos in. And just carried it.
Don't fucking take anything on a horse and cart.
I think I did ask this last
like
time.
A fucking wheelbarrow. I've got a fucking wall to finish building. I was like, oh, it's a good fucking week for this week. Where's the fucking wheelbarrow? Oh shit, I must have left it out the front. Well, that's fucking gone.
Bye.
Fucking bastards, honestly. It's old and rusted to fuck, and I've been mixing up fucking mortar and everything in it, so it's battered. There's like holes in it and everything. The fucking tire's flat. It's like, why? I know you're taking it for scrap, but why?
Yeah, there's not actually any scrap metal in it. Other than
it's just held together by
rust with concrete in it. It's
Oh, you've seen my wheelbarrow. Oh, you've got it, haven't you, you bastard?
I've had one very soon. I know exactly what you're saying. And normally a shovel that's like, well, there's a bit of wood still in the shaft.
Yeah,
and then a rusted sort of bit at the end that's gone a bit flat and is bent backwards, but you've bent it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks right now because you bent it back the way it's meant to be.
Yeah. But it's still, if you try and lift anything up with it, you have to keep bending, and the wood bends before it actually lifts up.
It deflects a little bit too much. Yeah, so apparently I must have left it out the fucking front, which I don't normally do because I normally take all the tools and everything round from the back to the front in it. I'm guessing it must have rained or something because I just fucking ran everything back, but yeah.
You're like, fuck it.
So apparently they had that fucker away. But they hadn't taken the fucking bits off a door that we left out there.
You could have put it in the wheelbarrow.
Not the bits we wanted them to fucking take.
Yeah, they'll never work that way. They never take what you want them to take.
No, I think my stepdad tried something like that. He put something out so that people could steal it, but no, I wanted to steal
no, it's not that. Like it's well, over here. This first of all we have the scrap metal, man, all the Jippos. Yeah. Which is still a thing, which amazes me. And they'll just come around like shouting. Well, they're meant to be saying any old iron, but it doesn't sound like it anymore. I think they just kind of. And then they're just like, if there's stuff left out on the front, they'll just take like. But also, it's fair game. That's the rule. If it's left at the end of your drive or just outside on the fucking pavement outside your house, that means it's fair game.
What about in your carport next to your door with a piece of cloth over the top of it? Like
no, that's not acceptable. That's
classed as stealing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's stealing. Yeah, if it's out on the front, somebody you can take it.
If it's outside of your house and it's not bolted down, and even if it's bolted down, it's not bolted down with sufficient bolts, then it'll go.
Yeah, fucking will. Unless you want it to.
Yes. Please take this. No.
Yeah, literally a sign on it. Free to a good home.
Yeah. What they'll do is they'll look at the sign. If the sign's been put on a piece of metal, then they'll set that, but they won't set the thing you want.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have that bit. Right. Night, buddy.
Hello. Good night, little one.
Oh, there's the cat. He's come to say hello to you. Oh, have you been? Is that what? Right. Okay. Sorry.
Good night, everybody. Have a nice D&D.
Well, if we get round to playing any D&D, we might have a nice D&D session. What?
Do that.
Oh yeah, but that would mean doing it. Just chatting at the minute.
That would mean thinking,
Yeah. So is that not a thing in Norway then?
No.
Oh. Just us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because of gypsies, isn't it? The pikeys.
Travellers.
Yeah.
Well, they're definitely travellers because they're in white, rusty vans. So.
Yeah. I keep getting told off for calling them fucking pikeys. It's like, why? My people.
Look Look at him rolling all the good dice.
I know I don't roll anything now, mainly because I didn't change my fucking weapon.
Oh, you didn't.
No. I'm not
I
very good at remembering things. I need to write stuff down. Actually, I've written it down. I've written it down. I still didn't do it.
No, I think I asked that last time if things were happening to all this vegetation that was around.
Oh yeah, no, all that basically all that had stopped. It just seems to be doing what normal
growing instead of
yeah, it's doing normal
Backing
vegetation stuff. There's still black ichor dripping out of some bits and stuff like that, but it stopped. It stopped actively trying to get hold of people. Right, good night. Don't let the cat in the living room because he'll try and jump on the fucking dog again. And
at least it's not evil anymore. Evil vegetation.
no, so that's all stopped. You got your fucking. Well, he's got his dwarf friend back.
What was the thing we killed? Is it a lich?
Yeah, sort of. Yes, I guess.
Oh yeah, because it was a philanthropy, wasn't it? That's
It was seeing whether it had made a flank. You made me fucking. You've said the wrong word now, and that's the only word I can fucking.
Philanthropy.
No, it's a phylactery.
Yeah.
That other thing. That means
Phylactery.
phylactery. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
I couldn't keep. I couldn't. Oh.
Fucking hell, Nat. Just stop next time. No, he hasn't got a phylactery. Although
Phylactery.
because we rolled. Yeah, it feels fucking wrong saying it now.
Just go to Google and type phylactery, which is spelled Phylactery, and there's a thing that says, "How do you say it?" And it tells you how to pronounce it.
You have to, yeah. It has to be like, you know, in British, not
Yeah,
American. Not American. When the Americans
It's
do
the Oxford English
Okay.
pronunciation.
Phylactery.
Yeah, phylactery. Yeah, see, now it sounds right. Now I've heard it said, and I'm saying it. Not fucking philanthropy.
Yeah,
It's a very
I think
it's a
philanthropic lich.
yeah, with a philanthropy. Well, what's he do? Well, he keeps giving money to kids to charities. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Yes, he's a good lich.
he's doing it all for the right reasons.
He's a bit of an anti-hero.
No, if he is an actual hero. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, but he's a bit. It's just a bit dead.
Morally grey. Well, how do you achieve this? But that's because that's one thing that like I do like about the D&D 5e thing though, is that there's no hard and fast rule on how people become liches. Or at least there wasn't.
I want to be a lich.
As in, like there's a way to it, but it's basically left up to you how to figure it out.
Essentially,
Or at least it was last time I looked
evil
into it.
And powerful,
and not be concerned about being undead. So I'm not sure. He was kind of probably somewhere in between. I don't think he'd fully made.
No, I was just
sure.
so
Yeah.
we did that. We sorted that.
Yeah.
That was the one that was the arch druid.
Yes, he was a druid lich. Druid lich. Actually, there's a proper fucking term. I think I actually used a stat block for like partly used a stat block of what's something that's called a lichen lich or something like that. Lichen. Like what's no, it's lichen, isn't it? When it's
lichen, yeah, because liken's in it a werewolf.
Yeah,
a lichen lich. It's like a what? A werewolf lich.
Yeah,
like,
great. That's what we fucking know. It was a lichen lich or something like that.
So he's actually a lichin. That explains it. Why he's sat there looking at his hand all the time. He's actually not. He's not a werewolf. He's just a lichen.
He's trying to work out what the fuck's happening to him.
What's this furry stuff going all over my skin?
Oh, I hit puberty.
Before his fucking player did. And I also used the fucking elf vampire fucking token for it, because I'm like that. Elf vampire. I don't know what that's even fucking called. An elf pyre. A vampire. Actually, it's vampire warlock, but it's got pointy ears. So.
How does that? Well, never mind. Because elves eventually die, don't they? They're not immortal. Just have a really long lifespan.
That's correct.
Maybe at the end of their long lifespan, they're like, you know what? I
want a
want to
bit more."
become undead. I want to live a bit longer.
I actually don't think they would, because I think they would just get bored.
Well, there was a reason.
There's very few in, I believe, in like any kind of fantasy novels that have got elves in, where there's evil elves of any age. It's just like they just get fed up and leave.
Yeah.
It's always humans who end up being liches, because they die, and it's like, well, they want the power and they want to live for longer, so they can't. So
it's an interesting.
The
One, isn't it? What would drive an elf? What? Because like you say, after a while, you just get fucking. Surely you just gotta get fucking. You've outlived most. You like unless it's another elf, you've probably outlived all your fucking enemies.
Yeah.
Or a dragon. Sure, there's some creatures that. If it's a god, surely you want to die so you can go and kill it, right? That's how it works, is it? No, I don't know.
What, killing gods?
Yeah, I don't know. How
even
that
gods
works.
die, apparently.
Do they?
Mm.
Do they though, or do they just like fade from memory?
Oh, maybe they
I think they do.
It's D&D5e. You can literally kill a fucking god if you want.
Yeah, but I think they do actually just become lesser sort of things, but they never actually die. But
I suppose
some gods do
it
die.
depends. Well, I guess it depends on what fucking set. I don't know what it's about in 5e actually.
Because the whole point of gods is they only exist because people believe in them.
Exactly. And if you don't believe in them anymore, then they fade away.
Yeah, there's a lack of belief in them, so they become weak.
Yeah. So eventually, there's nothing left because nobody knows about them anymore. Bum, bum, bum. That was a whole theme in a fucking book series that I read about resurrecting old gods because all the names are on a fucking stone. So somebody read them and then knew all the names of all the old gods. I can't remember what that was now.
Rift War things. That sounds like what Nakor did.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. No, he did do. No, it was. I think it was the Malazan Empire books.
Because Macross tries to become.
Yeah, he tries to be. Yeah, yeah. That is the whole thing in that. But this one, they literally, this person pretty much died.
Oh, really?
And went to this weird fucking realm in this world.
I've read them all.
Yeah.
The Rift War books. I've read them loads of times. At which point do they actually find Macross again? Because Macross is trying to become a god. Because I know it's Miranda in that he's talking about, but Pug goes somewhere and he has to rip Macross
So it's
out.
after they think because they think he dies when they blow up that rift. When he blows up the rift with Pug, they think he dies, don't they?
Yeah, but then he's in the third book, and that's at the end of that one after rift. They find
him. They find him and he's like a fucking madman.
So he didn't become a god.
No, it's something. But
he's trapped inside his head or something.
Yeah, but he's in. They go to where the gods live, and they find him. This sort of statue, but it's still got an essence inside it. But the essence inside it is actually Macross. But I can't remember which book that is.
Oh fucking hell! I've read more recently. It's
back because
on the island. There's a statue in the cave, isn't there, where the face after all that book series, it's where the face changes all the time on the statue because it's like
right. So that's quite a way into the because I've just got to Prince of the Blood. Just started that one. And what's the one after that? One with Nicholas on the boat, so it's King's Buccaneer.
Yeah.
So I'm getting to what, and then it's Talon of the Silver Hawk is the one when Talon gets brought into.
Yeah. When Talon.
It might be the one after that one.
It's around there somewhere. Because I'm sure.
I just know.
I know by that point.
Comes back into
I'm
it
sure by the point he comes back into it, because Pug has to have met Miranda.
Yeah.
So it has to be after. It has to be after they met Tal. Because Tal and Miranda, like you think they're together properly at first, and then it turns out that then she goes and meets Pug, and then she gets together with Pug, and then they fuck around a bit, literally, and then they end up. Yeah, fuck.
I know I don't know. He does reappear at something, but you don't. He doesn't reveal that that's going to happen. But it's when it's all the conclave of shadows, isn't it?
So who was the fucking? Wasn't it? Is he not the madman then? There's like the bloke in the street that's dancing for fucking food and that, and he's all dirty and fucking dishevelled and a bit crazy and that, and then they take him and clean him up.
I can't remember.
Because he can do shit that he shouldn't be able to do. And it turns out that was Macross. Or something like that. I think you're close. I can't fucking...
It's just because I know of it. Because
so it's all
that
jumbled
particular
up.
thing when they go and meet the gods and they're talking to them and all that kind of stuff. And then they find the follow the dead god of magic. And that's who he's trying to...
Yeah, because there's that whole thing about like getting back the ones because there's a few of them that are apparently dead or not. You're not quite sure. Because one of them's in prison. The whole point is that the Mad God's in prison because he destroys everything, and they had to get rid of him and imprison him because the creator, the one that fixed everything, is fucking dead, right? But then they got, like you said, then the God of Magic is
also dead. That's why Kemia didn't have...
and actually dead as well, which is why Macross is trying to take their place. But then it doesn't really work out like that because it ends up being everybody in some weird kind of everybody that can practice fucking magic or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I knew that was a thing, but because I've not read it for so many years, I'm like, when does that come into it?
Well, they end up. No, because he's back for when they go to that really fucking that almost like parallel, the one where they find another realm, which is their own, which is Midkemia and Kellowan and all those planets, but like in the different. I'm trying to think of the right wording for it now, but like the different level of reality. Where it's like, because obviously like there's different stages and they're kind of in the middle, like the temperate place, if you like. But then there's ones if you go move into different realms of reality, of like stages. Like there's like you go further into like the stages of hell, but you can also go up into the different stages of heaven and all that shit later on. And I'm sure he's around when they have to stop the thingy from destroying Kellowan. I'm sure Macross is there for that.
I'm not sure he is. I think
because that's where you lose Nakor.
Yeah, but that's right towards the end because is it Banat?
But then they come back as some weird fucking demon shit, which was just like what the fuck. But he was got.
But Nakor had the scrolls of the god of knowledge.
Yes. Because he slept them under his fucking pillow. Wow, in his rucksack, but
which was his pillow.
Yeah,
and also his fridge and
yeah, portal to a warehouse. He could get oranges. Fucking dickhead.
That's a proper D&D thing. It's like, right, so you've got this thing you can portal to anything. So you got to do is, I'm going to see if I can find some oranges. Is that what?
It's one of those fucking weird ones where it's like I remember reading the like thing at the beginning of the book where the first book with Magician where he essentially tells you that it's basically sort of based off a D&D game or something. Not D&D necessarily, but it's their own fucking role playing game.
Thursday nighters or
Friday night. He essentially tells you all that, and then I completely fucking forgot. And then got back to the end bit, and it's like, why do they keep bringing back the same fucking characters? Like, because Miranda and fucking Nakor, who have died, come back as fucking demons and have to come all the way back from the demon planet, all the way back to fucking where they are now. and then slowly regain their memories and stuff. And it's like, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
I remember now. This is essentially a fucking century-spanning fucking D&D game. That's why Pug lives forever, even though he's fucking human. Because the same player's like, no, I'm playing fucking Pug. In this one, and the next one. Yeah, but it's like 50 years later. I don't give a fuck. It's 100 years later. I'm still playing Pug. Well, my character can live forever because he's half god. Half god. He's a quarter god or something. And he lives with the elves. He's also a sort of elf. But not. Yeah. So he's going to live forever as well, even though he was human as well.
Yeah, so if I come back and after my holiday and say I've got an idea for a new character.
Yeah. So, oh, go on then. Which is it?
His name's Tommy.
Tommy.
and he's like an elf, but not, and a god, but not. And
so he's half Asimir, half elf, half human. I know that's 3 halves, but we're gonna fucking
yeah, that's the point. and half giant. So he's like
yeah.
It's pretty big. It's twice a character.
We're gonna ram it all in there. He's really friendly with dwarves and elves.
Yeah, he's 9 foot tall and he's a dwarf.
Yeah. What? So Corporal Carrot. Yeah. Well, he's also made friends with dragons in the past as well. He can literally ride a dragon whenever he fucking wants to.
Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that anyway. I've got, what is it? Fine steed.
Fine steed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you choose what?
He's essentially a paladin, but like super badass and can't actually fucking die. I don't think.
No, because he gets his arm ripped off and something, and then he just decides not to have that happen.
Oh,
so
also his armor's impenetrable unless, by some weird fucking miracle, he manages to fight somebody else who's actually full fucking half god. In which case, like, he'll still win, but he might need a bit of help. But it still won't actually damage his armor or his shield,
because it instantly repairs.
or his sword. Yeah. Oh, and also, like, he's never dirty. He's pristine white all the fucking time, and even blood when it splashes on him just sluices straight off. Even though his sword's made. Yeah.
He doesn't have to sleep.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
he
to
does
eat.
so because he chooses to. But
Oh, well, yeah. We've got nothing better to do.
Yeah. And everybody respects him immediately. Also, there's this mysterious race of other elves. I think they're like from the Fey realm or something. And like, if they ever meet him, they're fucking in awe of him and shit scared of him, and will automatically serve him and do whatever he fucking says.
Yeah.
But all other elves, whilst they respect him, are actually kind of scared of him because. Oh fuck yeah! Oh, but also his best mate's a fucking human magician who's going to live forever.
Yeah, who is the most powerful sorcerer ever?
Yeah, like probably the only person that could stand toe to toe.
It does sound like it was just like this campaign was done with like 7-year-olds or something, doesn't it?
Wait,
when they've read a few things of the rules.
When you say it like that,
that's what I mean. They've read a few rules. I know what I'm going to have.
Yeah. But when you read it as a series and you see how they came to be those characters, it's a little bit different. But they didn't have to work very hard to get them. All you had to do was be friendly to a fucking old dragon that was dying, or have his fate sealed from.
No, he had to run away from a white.
Yeah.
That's it.
But somehow managed to make his way to a fucking
escaped from the white. Okay, so here's your reward.
Yeah.
You get some plate that turns you into a god. What? All right, that'll do.
It's just like, because that's the first book as well, so that'd be like the first story arc. Me just going, right, you've all got like the most powerful fucking weapons in the game now.
Yep.
And armor. But not all of you, actually. Sorry, no, not all of you. Only one of you, because the other one's going to get kidnapped.
Yeah. And become
a slave. And he's still not going to come to his power anytime soon. But when he does... I'd love to know how that actually played out as a fucking campaign, because that was fucking... I think that's why you forget that it was. But then there's like bits of it where you read and you're like, but this feels like a fucking like because these characters, or it's always the same amount of characters, and they're all like similar to characters from before when the other ones have died, and it's like, oh no, I'm playing this one now, but it's sort of similar to that one from the past.
Yeah, but I don't think it is actually that much of their actual campaign as in the players. But you can see that from certain things, I think.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think Thomas and Pug are. I think they are just these legendary characters that they've got in.
They were just in the world, and the other people around them with the player characters.
Because Jimmy is.
Yeah, Jimmy. He's definitely somebody's character.
And William.
I reckon Amos was as well.
I don't know. But I think Jimmy is. Aruta, you mean? And Liam.
No. Just Aruta. and who else was it where they went fucking? Because the Hill clan fucking dude. What's his?
Baru.
Yeah, he definitely was. I'm trying to fucking think who else is in the original group that goes.
There's Laurie as well.
Yeah, who's definitely a bard. But then ends up with Pug. Because he gets kidnapped with Pug, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Are they...
Laurie and Pug are the two that get
they go end up
and go through.
Calawan, yeah.
It's when he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, the character out of all the books that I just think is a bit ridiculous is Magnus.
Is that's Pug's son, who's the magician?
Second son, yeah. Who is a magician who can just do stuff that's like from the rest of the books that you keep talking about what you can't do, but apparently you can.
That's somebody that's come back and been like, well, I want to play a mage, but I don't want to be fucking weak compared to Pug.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that you can't just teleport where you want to be.
Yeah,
well, you can just you can just teleport wherever you want to be.
Because your mum and dad are the fucking two most powerful magicians in the fucking world, and your mum's granddad was the most powerful magician in the world. It almost became a fucking like god of magic just because of that.
Yeah, so you can just teleport at will from wherever you are to wherever you want to.
Yeah, it does get a bit like that, and that's why I think like in the last few books, it's just like some of it's just like they're just teleporting fucking everywhere. But then it's also like again, it's a bit like a D&D campaign. By the time you get like, especially if you play a fucking, or I imagine it's like you play a full campaign with a well-rounded group. By the end of it, it's literally continent-wide, isn't it? You're not fucking potentially interplanetary or into like different realms and shit.
Yeah, well, that's what this all is. But it's just it's like, oh no, and they make this big thing about travel takes ages and months to go to find the Eldar in Calawan and everything. Yeah. And then Magnus just goes, right, I'll just teleport there then.
Which is even better because by that point they've been able to teleport around and stuff, and they've explored most of the planet. But then they find this weird little fucking island out in the middle of nowhere that they've never found. But this other alien fucking race that have just turned up have already fucking found. That's full of those. Is it Pantathians? But they're slightly different ones from the original ones that they found. These ones aren't that bad. It's like...
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's quite a few like.
Well, so at this point, with this kind of magic floating around, with all these magicians on this planet and all these fucking dragons that can fly at supersonic speed and literally circumvent the fucking Earth in the planet in fucking minutes or possibly days, I don't know. None of you have experienced. At no point anybody found this fucking island.
Well, they didn't go that place then, obviously.
It's just like okay. Anyway. Somebody knew about it, that's all I'm saying. Somebody fucking knew about it. Anyway. Well, are we playing any D&D tonight? We're just gonna keep talking about fucking cool books. Net, you should read more. Just pick up a fucking read.
I know.
Even listen to one.
Yeah.
Even if you just get one and listen to one.
But not those though, because you don't need to be hearing fucking Aruta and Liam.
Yeah, well, it is it is annoying. Right, but you do get used to it, and it's only if you've never read the book, it won't make any difference to you because you don't know how it's spelled.
Yeah, apart from you, they're going, why didn't the author just call him like Arthur and Liam?
But anyway, if you get it with Audible, then you can get that as your free book.
That's what I did.
And then listen to it. But the first book's a very long one. It's like 20 odd hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's a really good story.
It really sets up the series, though. Like genuinely,
It does completely do your head in, because and this is the thing, probably why it was such a good seller when it was done, is when he wrote it, he didn't understand some of the things that people expect to have happen in a book, and he keeps doing this thing where he keeps building up something and build up something really going to happen, and then he does onto something else.
Yep.
And it really annoys you, because there might be then like 7 chapters when you're just waiting to see the next thing that happens, but he talks about something else for chapters, and then eventually he comes back to the thing you've been waiting for. Just as the other stories just got to the bit that you just want to get the really interesting bit over with, up to, and then he switches back to something else.
Yeah, there is unfortunately when you're reading them sometimes, especially if you've already read them. There is that unfortunate temptation of skipping ahead a little bit, or just very quickly reading those chapters in between, because it's like, yeah, I know all this shit.
I know. I just want to get back to finding out what happens here.
But yeah, but again, like, I think that, like you said, was probably also a good selling point, because he really didn't fucking know it. It literally
was his first book.
Yeah, he's rewritten it now, I think, hasn't he? But yeah, because that's the version I've got, is a rewritten version. But I've also got the original version upstairs as an actual physical book. So the Kindle one's rewritten
because it actually fell apart.
Oh well, ask Mike, because it's in the loft. I've got two. I've got 2 physical copies. One's the original. One's the rewritten one. Then I've got the Kindle rewritten, and I think the Audible must be the rewritten one. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So.
I will look.
But the original copy is. The original version is in the loft with a lot of other books in boxes, and
it's
one day we'll dig them out and see what's happened to them.
I read it like 4 times. My brother read it 3 or 4 times. Yeah. It was borrowed by other people, and they read it a couple of times. So it was proper read, and eventually the cover came off, but it was okay. It was sellotaped on, but it actually separated into 3 pieces. The actual,
you got to give up then,
all of the stuff that held the pages together just literally came apart, and it was just like, oh, it's not going to last any longer. So I just bought the 20-year anniversary one.
Oh yeah, which I
think that's what it was. And I started reading that, and even that one's completely destroyed now.
They're a weird. They're really solid fantasy books. I think that's the thing. He doesn't subvert expectations or anything, or not too much. It gives you eventually gives you what you want, but you've got to fucking work for it. Sometimes, like Doc says, sometimes you've got to read 5 or 6 chapters to get back to the bit that you wanted. But they've got everything you'd want from a fantasy book as well, and from a series, not just a book. Like the entire fucking. It looks daunting from the outside. I can imagine, especially if you're not a reader, because there's. I don't know how many books in the series.
20 odd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're generally broken down into like trilogies or 2-book series. Yeah, so you've got like the first trilogy, which is it's all about Pug and Thomas becoming who they are, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember I can't remember. That's the Rift War.
There's the Rift War trilogy, and that's the Magician is the first bit, and that was actually released as 2 books initially.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, there's Apprentice.
That makes sense, actually.
And then Magician.
Yeah.
But then it was when I got it, it was just 1 book. But there was that one's Pug and Thomas, and the Rift War. The second one is Arutha and.
Beru and all that lot.
Jimmy and Barry, and
who else is it goes north? Oh, it's Callus, is it?
No.
Who else goes? Yeah, because one of the elves goes with them.
No, it's not Kalis. It's
Oh no, it's like the fucking friend, isn't it?
Yeah, Martin's.
It's like, yeah.
Begins with G.
Oh, Martin's there as well, isn't it?
And Martin. Then
I all about Martin. Wow.
And Roald. They meet Roald as well. Then the third one is Darkness at Sethanon. That is going to Armengar.
And
Amos Trask.
The Twin Cities.
And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And meeting the fucking Duke, who's the bad guy, but isn't the bad guy. It's actually a decent guy, actually. He just wanted what was best.
And that sort of ties up the story. It does kind of finishes like that. That is the end. It's all sorted.
Yeah. That was their first fucking campaign.
Yeah.
In three story arcs.
Then there's in the middle
now
of that, there's some new books, or the latest books have been short ones that come in either during or the early life of Jimmy.
So you got the Kellerwan one, you got the Empress ones. I can't think
I've only read the very first one of them, and I didn't particularly like it. But apparently it's quite good.
They get better. I know what you mean, because I made a point of reading them all, and I was like, I almost stopped reading that series, but I have read them all before, and I was like, actually no, because I know what's going to happen, and it's pretty cool. Because you get to see the other side of, because that's around about the time that Pug gets taken over there as well, so you get to see, like the first one, you get to see what happens to all
that. Well, I've read that one, but I read it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, they're not the best part of the series, I have to say, but I guess they kind of shed some light on what, like, the people from like Kellerwan and that, and what they really like, and what's that, because there's a lot of mention of things changing over there politically, isn't there? And she's at the centre of that all the way fucking up to the end.
Yeah, well,
pretty interesting characters.
The mistress, it does get mentioned in I think in the Rift War. In what is it? Darkness at Sethanon. I think it mentions the mistress.
But it's also it's during that period of time that it's basically her lifespan. So it goes from her being really young to quite young. Like, I think she's like 16 or something in the first book, or at least at the start of it, and then she ends up being, I think the last one she's like 40 or 50 or some shit, I don't know. Or at least it feels like that anyway. She's got kids and everything in the last one. But, they're alright, actually. They get better as you get more invested in some of the characters. But the problem is you've got to be invested in the characters.
Yeah, but the other thing is when I read it when that was the only one.
Yeah.
So they were actually writing the books at the time.
Yeah.
And that one I got it, and it's like, oh, it's a Rift War, and I read it, and it's like, that's a bit of a letdown compared to the other one. So I never particularly wanted to go and read the other two.
Yeah. No, it's
when they did.
I know what you mean. From the first book isn't. The first book, it's one of those weird ones, and again, it's a bit like his writing style. Do you know, like you're saying, like it builds and builds and builds, and then doesn't quite get there. Then it builds, doesn't quite get there, but then it all gets there. Well, this one was like that, but it built for so fucking, like the first book built for so long, and then didn't really fucking do anything with it. It was like, okay, so now she's like, I think does the first one end with her having control of the house? Is that the right one?
I think so. Because she befriends the Choja, doesn't she, or something?
Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah. So I didn't know whether they were in the first book. Yeah. So, and that's essentially it. And it's like that's meant to be the big fucking thing in it. And it's like, okay, well, that doesn't really mean anything to you, because I don't know anything about these fucking creatures really, other than what you've told me.
Yeah, because they're in the first book, and it's like, they're the ones that kill all the dwarves. But it's like, well, what? It don't mean much.
First of all, why did they do that? Bastards. But then it's I think. I might read them or listen to them at some point, but it's just like I don't need to do it at the same time as doing all the other ones. But it just never. What I think, if I remember rightly, they're heavily political. That's the thing.
Well, that was the other thing I was about to say.
Yeah. and it's like
it's why I didn't get into liking anything to do with.
In the later ones, there are more pitched battles, but it's all about the politics still.
Yeah, well, that's why I was just about to say. I never got into George R.R. Martin's bloody whatever it was called.
What, the Game of Thrones stuff?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because I read the first one and it's like that's shit. And everyone was going on about how fantastic it is. This fantasy thing, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's all just about politics and stuff.
Which is great if that's what you're into.
And Americans are really into that.
Yeah, well,
really into fantasy politics. It's like, what? That's the last thing I'm interested in.
Fantasy is swords and magic, and armies, and but then individuals as well as armies.
Yeah, heroes and monsters. It's like, no, it's about politics. It's like, what? No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got into them either, I'll be honest. But yeah, no, I think that is actually, you're right, that they are at the beginning and the end of all of them, and everything in between there are battles and there are fights and there's exciting bits involved and all that, but it's still all about her. Well, I tell you what, you know what it's all about. It's all about her going from being some daughter that was completely out of the fucking game. And she ends up being basically being the Empress, or she ends up being the mother of the Emperor.
Yeah,
that's it. That's how she fucking. So it's obviously all politics, right? She goes from being.
Yeah, but that's the thing that was always the thing about Kellowan and Serrani. It was all about the politics because that was the big thing about it. But it was only touched on enough in the Riftwar books for you to understand that it's all politics, but you didn't have it. I think
it was probably it's a bit difficult as well though for them because it's their armies aren't individualistic; they're all fucking very militaristic. And when you read them, it makes it very clear they follow fucking orders. There's very clear structure, and you don't have individual heroes and stuff, and people running off to do individual missions. It's all about, and a lot of it they don't actually fight many actual battles on their homeland. Because even that's politics. It's all about. Most of it's fronting and stuff until they do fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's the whole thing was just.
It's all about status and politics. It's there was some interest. If you got invested in some of the characters, it wasn't too bad. And there were some moments when she ran off to meet the Chojar and all that, and some other stuff, but. I don't know. It also has she? Oh fucking hell! Oh yeah, I don't know whether I didn't really fucking matter. It's not going to ruin much for you. But she meets one of the slaves from Midkemia. She ends up they end up having some of that, getting some of those in, and she ends up becoming very friendly.
She's very friendly with lots of men.
Yeah, and that's the thing though.
And that's a big thing in the book. It's just seems to be
if it's not politics, then she's basically using her femininity, or she's having sex with somebody. And it's all about and it's just okay. It does kind of come across as not only is it all politics, but it's also is this what you're into? Is he into little Asian women, isn't he? That's what.
Well, no, because it was him and Janny Works wrote it, and she's I'm not particularly fond of what she's written before.
I don't think I've read anything of hers. Probably because I read that and was like,
yeah, I'm not gonna go searching it out.
yeah, I'm not gonna go looking for that. Oh, I've seen a name on that book. No, I'm not bothered. Because she didn't come across as a very. So that's the thing. I was like, well. I think that's the thing. When I first saw it, it was it must be a fairly. I'm guessing he's got her in, so that we've got fairly believable female characters, right? But then, while she might be a believable female character, it's also well, how many times are we going to go back to her having fucking sex? And whether or not she's enjoying herself, or whether she's getting fucking washed yet again by all the fucking servants, or fucking I don't know, whatever the fuck else is happening that's going to involve her getting undressed or being in a fucking bedroom in a state of undress. So, okay. So yeah, they don't really add anything to the actual Midkemia stuff.
No, well, I've not read them all, and the story doesn't.
I would say, actually, thinking back, the highlights of it are when people like Pug and like when Pug gets mentioned, and when it brings up like what he did at the stadium, at the arena, when that gets brought up, they're like the exciting bits of it. It's like, oh yeah, Pug. It's not this woman that the book's actually all about.
Yeah.
the other character from the other books that I like. And you don't see much from the fucking either. What's the magicians called over there?
Assembly.
Yeah, you don't see much from them in it either. They are involved. They do get involved at some points because obviously, fucking kind of have to. But there's not much of that either. Or
that's really for me. Yeah, there's alien, the ant-based creatures and everything, but it's like, well, that's as fantasy as it gets.
Oh, yeah. And there's obviously the interesting story about how they fucking got there. Did you ever get to that bit about how they got to Kellawam? Or is that in an earlier book? Hang on, there's no Pug sees that. Pug sees that.
Pug sees that. That's a magician.
Yeah, because that's how that's part of his training, isn't it? When he actually, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's even in there. I don't think she even fucking knows that that's a thing.
No, because that's the thing that's this one of the secrets, isn't it? That the assembly have.
Yeah, so she didn't even. She just thinks that they've always fucking been there. Like, yeah, I don't know. They're not. You're not missing anything, other than like reading them for completionist sake, if that makes sense, because it's part of.
Yeah, but
you can also argue that they're not part of the series. Because the only attachment is that the planet's mentioned in the other books.
Yeah, it's like a co-series, but it's not actually.
Yeah, and I'm guessing we didn't get any more on it because it didn't really fucking do as well as the other books. I assume. I don't know.
So all I can imagine, because the next thing you know is like Kellawam's being destroyed.
Yeah.
And they have to get everyone off it. Yeah. It's like, well, yep.
Yeah, so we're not going back there.
Not going back there now because we've just imploded it.
Yeah, literally imploded the planet just to make sure that this fucking weird god thing can't get through. Yeah, I don't know. That's so I can only assume they didn't hit the spot because not many people. They weren't. They didn't add anything to it, and they weren't actually. They're not that good. I say you kind of do get invested in some of the characters, but like you should be invested in the first book.
Yeah, but there's
you should be invested in the main character in the first fucking chapter. If you don't like the first character in the first chapter, like the main character in the first chapter, you're probably not going to fucking read the book, are you? So.
No, as I said, I did read it all the way through, and I was like waiting for something to make a point of what I was using my time up reading the book, and it's like, well, it hasn't really. So.
Yeah. They are. But even when, I'm just trying to think of fucking, but like there are acts of individual bravery and stuff in it, but and shit does go down, but most of it's just fucking. I guess because it's never her, she's not a fighter.
No.
And the books are centered around her, so you see stuff going on around her, but it's never that she's like being protected or whatever. But I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's always her being protected, not her fucking doing it. I guess. I don't know. But they never quite hit the fucking mark. Not like the others. But anyway, no. Other than those ones, don't worry about those ones. The rest of them. But because they are broken down into like trilogies and like 2 books here, or like there's like the odd like 1 book here and there. Like if you read about Jimmy the Hand and you're like, I really like him, which you will do. And then you might want to read Jimmy the Hand and stuff like that.
The thing is, I was just saying about some new ones. I read Prince of the Blood years ago when it came out, and at the beginning of that, there's like 3 or 4 references to stuff. But you only find out, they only flesh those stories out it's after he'd finished everything
Yeah.
else. He did Jimmy the Hand. I only read them.
Didn't he do the King's Buccaneer? Isn't that one?
No, that's after it. That's after the thing. But it's Jimmy the Hand, Jimmy and the Crawler, Tear of the Gods.
Let's play some.
Anyway, so what we doing?
Oh, my TV's just, my screen's just gone into sleep mode because I'm not.
Because you haven't done anything. Right, okay, so we've finished. Basically, we've dealt with everything here, I think, haven't we? Are we back to fucking
Did we
like.
check the guy? I don't remember. Did we check the man and
The corpse of the corpse man?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me check.
I don't know, but I can't. It was more Borgen's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were kind of just here to help her.
I just killed him, and Borgen.
Yeah.
No, Borgen killed him.
No, it was Worm from shooting him with some stupid amount of damage.
See
No, it was Borgen. Because Vorak held him. They told Borgen to finish it.
All right. Oh, well, we'll put it this way. I know at some point Worm shot him for like stupid amounts of damage.
I'm trying to actually see.
There it is. He did a 24. So he did 9 and 17. Then he did 25, which was 11 and 15. So he did like.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, Borgen might have taken the final fucking strike, but I'm pretty certain that. I'm pretty certain, like, Worm actually did most of the damage in that fight.
Probably.
I'm not really sure. There's a lot fucking went on though. That was a big fight.
It was a big fight. I mean, Sir Gregory was soloing that fucking skeleton dude in the
crowd. Yeah. and then went marching through the dead.
Yeah. Pretty much. No, I think we actually.
He didn't actually take any damage, did he?
No.
I don't think he even got fucking touched. I think
the thing couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, right, okay, fine, and he just chopped it to pieces. Then just marched out of the darkness and.
Yeah, well, because yes, right, because he was in darkness, so he couldn't see him. So it was always Whereas you didn't. Like you don't need to.
Yeah, because it was like a giant circle of blackness over here, wasn't it? So
yeah.
So it was just like a lightsaber in the darkness that you could just see, and then he just walked out. In fact, I'm sure there's a scene from one of the.
I was just going to say
Star Wars films that is like that.
Isn't it? Is it not Kylo Ren though with a red saber?
Yeah, well.
But it was a white saber, which is neutral, I think, isn't it? Isn't that some kind of weird neutral?
You choose it apparently, but orange is dark Jedi's.
Yeah, that's because they corrupt it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I read something about it because I was watching something and I was like, hang on a fucking minute. Because none of it explains how Samuel L. got a purple one other than the fact that Samuel L. and said, I want a fucking purple lightsaber. And they went,
yeah, but then he just said, well, yeah, you can choose whatever colours you like as long as it's not orange or red.
Yeah, and he was like, well, it's purple, motherfucker.
That's probably how he said it as well.
Yeah. That's canon in my head anyway, so I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. I think we probably. Right. Whether you I don't know whether we searched the corpse or not, but he hasn't really got anything on him that's of any value. He has a staff, but it's not particularly magical in itself and in and of itself.
Okay.
That any of you can tell. Like, because normally, like, if something's magical or. Like generally, like weapons and like they're particularly well made. So like if they're a +1 or whatever, you can see that they're well made, sort of thing. And if things are magical, quite often you can get a sense that maybe it's a bit more than normal. But mainly because you've come into contact with magical stuff before, right? Mm-hmm. So you know what magic fucking items they emanate a certain presence or whatever or some shit like that. So you might not know what it is. Or what it can do, but you would know whether it was magical or not. And there's nothing. It just looks like a twisted gnarled bit of fucking wood, really. Once he drops it, it's no like it doesn't seem to be anything in and of itself. Other than that, like he's undead. Well, pretty much close to being undead, and has been around undead all this fucking time for whatever reason. Which apparently he didn't really want to fucking talk about, so we never found out. And nobody stopped to ask him because he was some weird fucking undead elf thing with an army of undead that were trying to kill him. So don't know why nobody stopped to ask him why he was doing it.
Why you like this? No.
The glowy green shit that was emanating from the temple, not this temple, from the
good temple. Well, the other.
Well, no. This is the only temple that's still good. From the Temple of Corellon, has the light of that has died out, along with all the movement of the forest and the weird elf man, and all the undead have collapsed to the ground. Yeah, as I say, he doesn't really. He hasn't got anything on his person that seems to be of value. Like his robe, most of his robes that were robes once are tattered rags essentially at this point. And his what he was using as a staff or a focus of some sort doesn't seem to be innately magical, that any of you can tell. So, I've decided that Borgen's friend Fendor has come back with none of his fucking abilities.
So he's just a peasant.
Yep, I've decided now. So good luck getting him back alive.
He can wear a suit of plate armor.
Yeah, well, he is, but it's really fucking heavy on him because he's just a weak ass little fucking peasant.
No. He can
he's
wear.
a dwarf.
Yeah, he can wear.
Oh, right. I see what you. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, because we're just walking back, I think.
Yeah. All right then.
But because we know Shin's got that evil death sword thing, that every time he walks near plant life, it dies. Then he can walk in front of us, and then we don't have the trouble of walking through difficult terrain.
It does. And as he walks down there, even like little fucking insect things just seem to drop out of the air as well. So you're not even got any of those like annoying fucking insect
midges
buzzing around your fucking head.
See?
Yeah.
Not so bad that he's got that.
Oh, yeah. See, it's not that bad. Just because it's making all the wildlife die and curl away from you. And you do as you're walking out of the city, right? So it is getting late-ish at this point, I think. Because I feel like it was. Well, no, probably isn't actually getting that late. Although you've had a big fucking fight in that, because I feel like we started this in the morning. I feel like we got close to the city, saw what was going on, camped for the night, and then approached the next morning. So it's probably after all the fucking about and getting in here and working stuff out. I don't know. We'll say it's probably around fucking midday, something like that. By the time we'll say it's probably around about midday by the time you get out of the city, because it's a fairly straight line, and it's a dwarven built city with an elven influence, so there's a lot of straight roads and clear cut routes and stuff like that, and it's fairly well organised. So it's your route. There's a main avenue, like there's main roads coming into the centre of the town, which is where you are now. So it's easy to get out to the bridge that you came in on. So I would say, yeah. So I'd say probably about midday-ish that we make it outside the city. We leveled up, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Which explains why I haven't got full health. I leveled up and didn't get full health. Do you have to take a long rest then still?
Yes. You don't get it full, you just get the extra thingy.
Oh, right, yeah, I see. Yeah, because I've got loads of health now. Actually, I think I rolled really badly and ended up taking half, which is still pretty fucking good.
I think I rolled a 9 on for the first, so I think most of his have been like just set the average, but I rolled a 9 on him, and I think Worm he got 6,
which is pretty high actually.
Which is not that bad.
Don't you roll a fucking D8 or something?
Yeah.
D10, so you got about.
I actually rolled good on both of them.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. So. Yeah, we make our way outside the city for about midday. What is it? Are we wanting to push on? We wanted to camp.
Can you bring us the big map?
Yeah, I'm just trying.
So we're making our way back to things. So I guess that's not even a thing.
Sorry.
We go back towards the road, the underground road, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most direct route, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Was there more like those tower things along the way, or was that just the one that we collapsed?
So
we didn't collapse it, but you know.
So at this end of the road, the underground road, if you like, there is a set of kind of watchtowers, sort of thing, guarding the gates. But the other ones were where they were because it was basically a day's travel to that point. Which was kind of, I can't remember how long I fucking.
3. Because it was one night, and then that was where the bullets were. A second one, nothing happened, and the third one we got out.
That's right. So there would have you'd have camped the second night at another set of towers.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just didn't remember.
How can it be a tower inside a tunnel?
Well, not like tower, but like a.
You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, it sticks out a little bit. But yeah, they're kind of guard rooms, or I don't know actually. What were the waypoints? I don't know.
Way stations. There you go.
Way stations. There we go. Yeah.
Good for sleeping.
Unless bullets decide to fucking eat you in the night.
Oh, not again.
I would say that you could probably make it to the entrance of the underground road. We're going to call it for now. By nightfall. I'm guessing you just know that because I think that's what happened before. Is that we came out, we scouted out before nightfall, and then went down the following morning. So yeah, I'd say that you know you can make it back in, especially if you push by the end of the day, if that's what you wanted to do. Obviously, you haven't had a rest or anything, but it's probably the safest place to rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll manage to get back there without any trouble. Yeah, and everybody gets a full night's rest, which I need to do, apparently.
Yay! I think I had like 5 hit points or something. I don't know, look at it.
Who had 5 hit points?
No, I got 5 hit points.
Oh, you should get more than that though, because what's half? Well, you roll a d10, or is it a d8?
I don't remember. Slept since then.
I can't remember what clerics get. Oh no, it'll probably be with d10 because I think warriors and paladins get a d10.
Yeah.
And fighters and paladins get a d10. Barbarians get a d12. And then most of everything else is a d8. Apart from like mages and sorcerers who get a d6, I think.
Don't mages get a d4 still?
Don't think so. I think it's a d6 now. I could be wrong though. I haven't.
Doesn't really make any difference.
No, I could have a look at Torby, but
wizard.
Torby, what did you roll for your fucking hit points? Could be, you know. She's only got 34 fucking hit points at level 8.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, she.
No,
really
it's a d6. It's a d6.
Yeah, it's a d6. Yeah.
It used to be a d4.
That's fucking awful. That's just mean. I can see why they changed it.
No, that was it. If you were a mage,
yeah, you
d4.
You really were a glass cannon then. Is that why they always blow up their friends with fireballs? Because it's like, well, fuck you, like, if I'm going down, we're all going down.
We're all up this train together.
Yeah, so you really need to have high con, but you didn't need it, but it was pointless. So you just like try and pump everything into dexterity and intelligence. So your dexterity was so you didn't get hit, or you tried to improve, and just intelligence so you have more spells.
Yeah.
But it's like
because you're never going to get enough constitution to be able to just fucking eat up blows.
Yeah, because it's like you'd have to have 18 to get +2.
Yeah.
Or something, and it's like that's a lot of
you're not
going there to get the maximum of going from between 3 and 6 at first level. It's like, And that was the other thing as well. You didn't start with max hit points.
Oh shit!
You rolled at level 1.
Yeah, I think
Really?
I think that's still a kind of dealer's choice thing, though. I think.
I think it is, but most people just set at first level. You set the max, but yeah, you could literally start with 1 hit point.
Peasants have more HP than that.
Yeah, well, it's that kind of weird place. Like, if you can't,
If you're a mage, then you've not worked the fields or.
Yeah, and you haven't. You've probably been stuck in a tower all your fucking life, reading books.
Not getting enough light and stuff. Eating bad food.
Or not eating much at all because you got too busy with your studies and shit. But yeah, it is a weird one. But it is one of those as well, like you say, where actually, in that respect, keeping the fuck away from stuff and having a high AC is better because you're never going to get enough. Like, you just don't want to get hit because if you get hit, it doesn't matter how much fucking you pump into con at that point. Yeah. And how well you roll on those hit points, even if you got max every single fucking time.
Especially when you're fighting with somebody and it's a bandit with a long sword. It's like shit. Well, there you go. I could die now. Yeah. Literally. What's your max? 6 hit points, right? He's just well, he's got a -1 to damage because he's weak, but he still rolled 7. So.
Bye.
Whereas if you can get like some decent con, and some decent modifiers. Then you can swallow a fucking hit. You can try. You should always try to stay away anyway.
Yeah, but you'd think that you'd want some con though for concentration on spells anyway.
I don't think. No, I don't know.
That was not a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing now.
That's the thing now. Yeah, there was never spells that were concentrate. Or if it were, it just said it's a concentration spell, so you have to be concentrating on it. But there was no consequences to being hit.
Yeah.
But apart from you'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd lose concentration because you'd lose consciousness.
Yeah,
that's completely different.
Yeah, well, this is why people start saying stuff like, "Oh, you can't die in D&D 5e," and it's like, well, you can.
You can. You
definitely can fucking die. But I think it's a weird one
compared to how it used to be. That's the thing.
That's it, isn't it? It's like, well, if you grew up with other editions, then where it was a lot harsher, then yeah, all right. It might feel like you can't die in 5 because you've probably learned how to play really fucking carefully to make sure that you never fucking get hit or get hit as little as possible.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, it's one of those weird ones, isn't it? Because it's like, you know, when like people say, "Oh, it's what my character would do." It's funny because your character's never doing what their character would do when your character would run it charging head first, are they? Mine does. Yeah. That is what my character would do. But you'll die. Oh. I know.
It's worked out so far.
Yeah. So he'll keep doing it because it works every time he fucking does it. Just runs in and hits stuff with his big axe or hammer or whatever it is he's got in his hands until it doesn't get up again. And every time it works, even when he gets hurt, every time it works.
Yeah, you haven't actually been on your own much, have you?
Nope.
No. I don't think you've took that in.
Nope.
No, that's fine.
As far as he's concerned. If you run in head first and start hitting stuff, eventually it'll go down.
Even if you never hit it, it'll still die somehow, which is weird. Mm-hmm. But you just accept that. It's like,
well, no, I don't think Vorek thinks he does it all himself. He's aware that other people are involved.
I don't think he does.
But it's never failed him.
I don't think he does. I think he's like, this is gonna just die now, and he runs up to it.
He's just on that edge of rage that he doesn't realise he's never, like when those fights where he's never actually hit anything. He doesn't realise he's not hit anything. He's just like, ah!
He's just looking around. There's all these dead things around him. He's like,
I fucking did it again. It happened again.
I am the chosen one.
Fucking knew it. Everybody else is covered in blood and injuries, and he's covered in cuts as well. And it's like, right, let's fucking keep going. So it's like, we have a fucking minute. Apart from Worm, because Worm also comes out unscathed every fucking time. Apart from that one time. But even then, I mean, you know, basically unscathed.
I mean, the bullets, whatever. I think is the most damage I ever taken.
Yeah, they fucked you up.
They fucked me up.
That's weird though. It's weird though because you almost never get hit because you're fucking high AC.
Yeah, I mean it's like you say.
So I have to make you dodge stuff instead. Dodge this bitch.
I got that.
Oh, I think that's how I did you. Isn't that what did it though? Wasn't it the ceiling collapsing that fucking got you? I think you got bit a couple of times.
No,
but it wasn't.
It jumped on me. It jumped.
Oh yeah. You had to dodge it.
Yeah.
And then the ceiling fell.
The wall.
Then the ceiling collapsed on you.
Yep.
Dodge both of these, bitch.
Ride a fucking dragon, get taken down by a roof.
Yeah. This is D&D.
Yeah.
What? Oh, don't start fucking climbing the chair. You little shit.
So we sleep?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, everybody gets a long rest. I'm guessing, I don't know, the elves can take watches between them, considering they only need fucking 4 hours, even though they're battered. Actually, I don't think they are that bad, are they?
I
can't remember. I'm not going.
Borgin's a bit battered, but...
No, I ain't gonna fuck about him. Sylphena's a bit battered, but I ain't gonna fuck about her. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
I'm sure we patched up injuries before people went to sleep.
Oh yeah, I did my super shitty ritual of healing.
To be fair, so Gregory just goes into like low power mode or something, doesn't he? It's kind of like
Burning down.
I imagine he's always slightly aware of his surroundings for that fucking perception. What's your passive perception? Yes.
Uh-huh.
I am
21.
aware.
Jesus Christ.
I am aware. Well, this sneaky thing's got a, like... Oh, no, it rolled a 20. Shit.
Yeah, it's invisible. And it's...
But
yeah.
Yeah.
So I wait until it comes out, mate, and then swat it. So like, what do you mean you can't see it? Yes, I can.
It's pitch black. And... I just feel its presence with my perception. and lack of skin and nerves to feel anything with. But I knew it was there. Yeah, okay, so everybody gets a long rest. Is there anything anybody wants to do other than, sleep and eat and patch their wounds? Alright. Oh, God, I'm gonna yawn. I fucking do this. We're gonna happen. Right, so what time is it like? Yeah, so we'll...
I think, to be perfectly honest, we're not going to manage to do too much tonight because we're just talking. But I think essentially we've got this to walk back to the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, so I'm trying to fucking work out where it would be. So probably. So you'll make it so the next night you'll make it to the next fucking way station.
Mm.
And again, it is mostly quiet. There isn't a lot going on down here. I mean, there wasn't on the way out. You were just really fucking unfortunate with the bullets. Or somebody wanted to slow you down a little bit.
Could have been that.
Somebody wasn't quite ready. But yeah, it is. So this isn't the destroyed one. So this is the one that's fucking still solid.
Mm-hmm.
About halfway through the second day of traveling underground. Yeah, so about halfway along the tunnel. Well, probably just before you get to about the halfway point, you do start hearing the sound of hooves and marching feet in the distance. And about midway through the day of travel, you do come across a patrol of glassblades led by Nuevina heading in this direction. Yes, she's a I'm going to call her a Tauran because I can't fucking...
Minotaur.
Well, I can't think of them as anything else now, though. Yes, they are Minotaurs, but Minotaurs are mythical creatures that live in mazes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tauran are the ones that go, walk amongst people. This is how it is in my head. Yeah, so the big Minotaur lady is leading a patrol of glassblades in this direction. Amongst them are those that look like warrior, more martial types, and those who look more like potential magic users wearing robes and soft stuff like that. And they greet you all and ask you what the fuck that message was all about and what is happening where in Aralis and why are you here and not still there, essentially.
What was the message? Can you remember what you'd said?
Probably something about problem dealt with, or... I know I made it really fucking short.
Yeah, it was something like...
It's dealt
Aralis
with.
problem is dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think you even said problem. Aralis... It's dealt with, send...
I don't think I asked him to send people off. I think I said we were coming back or something.
No, I think you asked for some, but I think you said something about.
We'd said something about maybe like needing druids or something to clear it up, or to figure shit out. But I don't think you said that. I think you. No, I feel like you said something like send something, but I can't remember what it was.
I think you remember that because Liam was talking about that we should, before entering the city, send guards. I didn't say that. That was Liam saying it. That before we entered Uralis, that we should send help from Uthodurn.
Right.
So that wasn't because I remember specifically.
And I think we did. I think you're right because we discussed like maybe like I'd said something about it would probably need druids or some shit to clear it up or to figure stuff out what was going on. But I don't. But you don't. But I think I remember now. You didn't. I specifically remember you now not saying anything about that when you fucking said something because it was just like Uralis dealt with or some shit. It really was just like something like that.
Can I ask why you've got this thing of doing like ultra brief, stupid messages that nobody understands?
I think it's just because it's Sherrock. So I think it's one of those. You know, like do you ever do that thing where you're thinking about something, and then you just like start talking to somebody about it, but you're halfway through it and they don't know what like the first half? Do you ever do that?
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't understand then what it's like to be that type of person that does that. But that's how I see it with Sherrock. She's like, whatever. They just. I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't think she realizes that they don't understand the context of where she's coming from. She's like, well, obviously they know what's just happened. It's just happened. Mm-hmm. It's a bit like me when I when I'm walking through the room and just start randomly talking to Catherine. She's like, you need to go back to the beginning of this conversation, the bit that the part of the conversation you didn't have with me. But also, I'm not interested. Okay, fine. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's how I picture it when Sherrock does it. Anyway, I think there's this kind of weird assumption in her head. The way I see it is that in Sherrock's head, there's some weird assumption that like everybody understands what's gone on because it's just happened. Obviously, they know why it just happened because it just. I don't think there's any realization that they weren't literally right there to fucking witness it, and they're days travel away. They're like hundreds of miles away. And have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It's just like...
Yeah, she probably thinks that they would understand because that's why they were going to Uralis to begin with, to deal with whatever the fuck was there.
No, they weren't.
No, we were going there. That we were.
They didn't know why we're going.
Yeah, but she doesn't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Sherrock realizes that nobody... Because, I don't know how to fucking... Like, in my head, for Sherrock, the way I see it for Sherrock is that because she knows we're going there to deal with it, and we all know we're going there to deal with it, and because we've just been there and dealt with it, that means that everybody else has some kind of idea of what was happening, and therefore she doesn't have to give them every fucking detail, just the facts, which is the fact that we got to Uralis and we've dealt with the problem.
Yeah.
Surely Navina knows that there's a problem here, because there's a fucking problem here. And she must know what we dealt with, because we just dealt with it. That's how I see it.
Right.
That makes perfectly sense to me.
I think, for me, especially...
They initially wouldn't let us into the tunnel, and we had to convince them to let us into the tunnel because we're mad.
Yeah.
That's all that they know. They let
some
mad people into the tunnel. That's
but you're
all
also
that they
assuming
know.
that the twins are paying attention to everything all the time.
No.
Because they're really not. I suspect, whilst Borgen was, or whoever it was that was trying to convince them to let us down the tunnel or to let us through the gate, and was just like, oh, the twins were probably like fucking wrestling or something, or pushing each other over, or I don't know, measuring dick sizes or something. Obviously, Sherrock's is bigger. I don't know, but I imagine the twins are just fucking dicking about all the time and paying no attention, or just picking the nose or something. I don't know.
Yep. Makes sense.
Or just trying to trip each other up or something.
Like, oh, butterfly.
What are your intelligence again?
10. It's average intelligence. They're very young though. They're still like. They've also lived. You got to remember, they've also lived very sheltered lives up until recently. They literally lived in a village. Like the reason I said the reason why in my head that Sherrock thinks, and actually to some extent probably Vorak as well, that why he's confused when people are like, "What do you mean you killed a dragon?" It's just like, yeah, because like obviously you knew something about it. You must have known something about it because for their entire lives they've lived in close proximity to everybody that they know. I don't think they quite grasp the scope of the world around them, even though they're traveling for days. I don't know. That's how I see it in my head, anyway. I know they're of average intelligence. Totally makes sense. I understand that they're of average intelligence.
Yeah, it was just more. It was just more. The question is, can you do ascending and speak to somebody? And then we don't know what you said, and then when we find out what you said, it's like, what? I've been told to speak to you, and then that's like the end of the message. It's like, what did you actually tell them? You're supposed. We have a discussion about what we're going to you tell them, and then you could tell them the message rather than casting the spell and just saying, I've been told to speak to you, and then cutting the message off, sort of thing.
I also feel like sometimes Cheryl's confused as to why people don't respond or don't come back to something afterwards, because she doesn't understand why other people can't do it. I know, actually, that's probably a bit far, because she knows that not everybody can do it. So actually, that doesn't make. But I don't know.
You can do the sending, doesn't it?
Not everybody. I think. You would have to know. You would know that sending was something that you could do and only few people could do. Not everybody. Like you'd know how that worked. But yeah, I just see it like that. That she has. Yeah, but you'd know why, because you'd have been taught how to do it, and he wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But so that bit doesn't make but I do still think that there's just this weird thing with the twins where it's like. Well, why are you asking me that? Yeah, of course. I wouldn't tell you I killed a dragon if I didn't kill a fucking dragon. Because I don't think there's any kind of fucking. I don't think there's any deception in them. I don't know if they ever tried to fucking lie.
I don't think so.
Because I just don't think. I don't think there's ever. I always see it as because of the kind of life they lived up until they were set free to go exploring and experience the world. That they just. But that's how they see the whole world. And I don't think it's quite clicked for them just how fucking far places are in that, and just how little people we wouldn't have left the village without people knowing what we were doing.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. But as I said, the particular question is when we're talking and we just say, right, we need to do a setting to something, we discussed it, and then the message that's sent is complete and utter garbage. Where's that suddenly come from? Is the question I was asking more than anything.
Right.
It's funny.
Maybe because she can't count. I don't know, because she'll know that she's limited to how much she can say. And maybe she's taken that more literally than she needed to. And nobody's explained to her yet that she could use slightly more words to get her point across. I don't know.
We could end up in a lot of trouble with this.
Yeah. What?
She needs it in written letters.
that she can't read. No, I'm sure
can read.
Yeah, I'm joking. Fucking hell.
I read a book once.
Yeah. Was it Tusk Love?
No, it was an alchemy book.
Oh, right, yeah. No, it was Worm that had Tusk Love, wasn't it? Or what? No, it wasn't. It was the Scanlan one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Tusk Love?
No. No, Scanlan's basically Kama Sutra, I think. Or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now, but yeah, he had
purple book, that's all I remember. It was a purple book.
Yeah, that makes sense for Scanlan. But yeah, so we meet them about halfway through, but we can just let Borgin fucking deal with it. Borgin? Leo! No, he's falling asleep again. Fucking lightweight. Pretending he's got fucking friends. All his friends are here.
We're here.
And we're not even that good of friends. That's me. Yeah, so we can just let Morgan explain what actually happened if you want.
Mm-hmm.
We can just say that that's what happened. Yeah, so they're a bit like visibly confused, like awestruck, I guess.
Again.
Well, also don't forget we brought back fucking Fendor, who disappeared. I think it was fucking. Hang on a minute. I love how I went into Borg's backstory and then just fucking forgot everything about his backstory. Even though I got it all fucking written down. But it was that long ago we sorted it out. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't help that like I sent it all to Liam, and he was like, "Yeah, that looks great," and then promptly fucking lost it and forgot all about it himself. Right, so about 10 years ago, they lost Fendor and all those. So, like, obviously, Fendor's back now.
Again, how did we resurrect him? So where did we find the body?
Well, it was his body. He was the dwarf.
He was the goat man.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So that was Fendor.
Right.
Who had been obviously killed and resurrected as some kind of fucking. Well, I hadn't really worked out exactly what happened with him. But he was definitely some kind of fucking undead thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was Borgen's friend that died when they last came across the Lich. Well, he wasn't a Lich then. And yeah, he's resurfaced here, and apparently Fendor's body was with him.
Was he a glass knight too?
He was, yeah. And a really strong warrior with really good armor and stuff that like couldn't get hit apart from that day. I can't remember what he said actually, because like there was a lot of fucking.
That sounds like a Johnny Works book.
Oh no, I've never fucking read it.
You have. You were just talking about them, all three of them.
No.
Anyway.
Hang on a minute.
I'm just gonna pee while I figure it out.
Can't remember what I was fucking trying to figure out now. Anyway, yeah, no. So it's about 10 years. So they've got like obviously Fendor's back, and he was because he was there as some kind of fucking thing, undead thing. I'll wait for Ned to get back.
Well, they say they're impressed and everything, and they will be impressed when the sort of armor that's just sat on the side of the wall just gets up and starts talking to them.
What?
and everyone in the party here just like
doesn't even react.
Don't
yeah,
react.
what he said. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, what he said. But yeah, so I'd say between you all, you managed to fill them in on the information that they need to know. Hasn't Sir Gregory spoken to Nuvina yet? Didn't you speak to her? I don't know whether he did actually. She'd have seen him though when you came.
Yeah, she just thinks it's just a bloke in armour, but it's just the fact that he's it's just
very obviously not.
Very obviously not actually got anything inside him. Especially when he keeps taking his helmet off and then putting his hand through his hair, where his head used to be.
Because he's frustrated about the fact that he didn't get a fucking body out of this deal.
No.
So it's one of the things is he's beginning to like remember everything. Is certain things that he used to do are coming back. So
like
he takes his helmet off and like sits it on the thing with his arm on it, and he's putting his hand through his hair, pulling it off his face, but he hasn't actually got a head.
Oh, fucking brilliant!
Stroking his beard. That's it.
Yeah, scratching his chin when he's being pensive.
Yeah.
And everybody else in the group has just got fucking used to these weird little characteristics as they've started up, and not really fucking. So to us, it's all just completely fucking normal. Yeah.
So are they impressed?
I think it's a usual thing with everybody then they come across our group, which doesn't really affect the twins because it's been like that since they left the fucking village, where everybody just looks at them slightly confused, with their mouths slightly ajar and not quite sure what to say, and they never seem to have much to say, just other than a lot of right, okay, yeah, kind of stuff. And the twins like, apparently that's how everybody in the world outside the fucking outside of home talks. That's just how it is, apparently. Because it's not fucking changed since the day they left. Because every time the group's got fucking weirder, it's just become more and more normal for the fucking twins, and weirder for everybody else.
So are they?
That is fucking funny though. I'm just gonna say that every time now. Like when he stops, when he's like, "Let's take the helmet off," because that's how you talk to me. That's just respectful.
Yeah, but that's what he used to do, and it's just
takes the gauntlets off and just tucks them into his fucking belt.
Yeah.
Starts eating.
Well, he doesn't do that yet because he's like, he's still.
No, I can imagine it getting to that fucking point.
Yeah.
Stripping his armor off after a hard day's fucking fighting. Oh, that feels good. It's like, what?
Yeah, getting in the bath, but just taking all the armor off. And then...
All the water just fucking falling out. There's no body. What's happening? But he just believes it's happening so much himself that it actually. Oh, that's happened. That's fucking canon now. We're building up to that.
So it's literally he steps into the bath and the bath water just ripples.
It's like, I'm not even fucking. I'm not going to say
what's causing that. But there is nothing there.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. We need more of that slowly over time. So let's get a bath. I feel fucking filthy. Yeah, I'll join you. Why is the water moving over there? That's so great. Anyway, we won't go too far into that one because we could do some fun stuff with that. Right, yeah. So anyway, they, I don't know, have a midday meal with you all whilst you're filling them in on the details of what happened, which is probably not quite. I guess Sir Gregory, Borgin should be, but obviously when he's played by Liam, not really. But and probably Sylphina as well will probably fill them in quite succinctly on everything that's actually occurred and the information that they need to know between them. Because I'm you know, Sir Gregory's a bit more put together than literally everybody else in the fucking group. So we can assume they get all the details, including probably some of the stuff that I imagine. Like every now and again, there's like interjections from the twins or maybe even Worm along the lines of like, you know, bone snapping and like, oh, I remember that bit when that happened. It's really fucking gory. I'm like, all right, that's unnecessary detail. But yeah, overall we get the message across. Share a midday meal with them all. So Gregory does get a lot of fucking weird looks. The twins not so much because you know, there's a lot of strange. Oh, I don't give a fuck about Gruntle. Yeah, I don't care about him no more. I only care about the little one now. I've only got enough room for one little twat in my heart. So Sir Gregory does get some fucking weird looks though. Like you can see, like the rest of you, just every night, like they're all eating and just kind of looking over every now and again. And Sir Gregory, like, you know, casually runs his hand through his no hair, or shifts his helmet, which didn't come off his head.
It's when he scratches his nose, and it's like, but all you can see is the gauntlet just like making a movement like that where a nose would be, and then you hear.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, brilliant.
They look very fucking. But again, it doesn't mean anything to the twins. I'm probably Worm actually. People look at it because that's probably just their experience. Like Worm's experience of being on this side, like up in this part of the world, is probably along the same lines because he's been with the twins pretty much since fucking since he came out of the fucking climbed out of the Underdark. Borgin and Gregory are too busy talking, and Sylphina's too busy talking. Shin anyway, I don't know whether he's paying any attention. And to the twins, that's just how everybody's always reacted around them. So it's just like, to us, it's like none of us really noticed it. But yeah, there's a distinct. They're a lot quieter than you'd expect a patrol of soldiers to be, you know, when they're having their fucking lunch break somewhere secure.
You're like, what the fuck?
Anyway, they continue on after finishing eating. They're going to go off out to Aralis and see see the situation for themselves, assess it, see what can be done, what they want to do, all that kind of stuff. And the rest of us finish our day's journey when we end up at the broken way station from last time, the crumbled one. Now it's up to you. So you know that this is like kind of towards the end of the day. You can push on and you'd arrive in Uthodurn, probably in the morning, but tired. Or you can spend the night here. It's up to you.
Hate this place.
You spend the night here. It's not. What's the worst that could happen? Get attacked by more bullets.
Bullets.
Never spend the night anywhere Jason offers you.
The last time I offered for somewhere for you to stay the night, it was in fucking London, and we went to watch Wicked. So you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but you weren't a DM then.
Right. I'm not going to kill my friends at night again.
In the same place.
In the exact same place, Catherine, as I did last time. I mean, it'd be really foolish, wouldn't it, if they decided to sleep in the same place they did last time, and then I killed them. It wouldn't be when they were least expecting it. It's exactly what they'd expect from me, which is exactly why I'm not fucking doing it.
I mean, we most likely would have to make some makeshift shit, wouldn't we, though?
Not really. You're in the tunnel at the end of the
We're
day.
in the tunnel, and there's just
they kept
hours early. There's been a massive patrol walking past.
Yeah,
so.
and it's not. It's probably cooler down here in terms of like because you're underground anyway in a tunnel. But it's probably not that uncomfortable. You could probably it's big enough. It's a big enough tunnel. I mean, it's not like a tight tunnel either. If you needed to light a fire and cook and stuff like that you'd be able to.
Yeah.
There's no.
No, sure.
It's just they were just there as places that were slightly more.
We were there to get you off the main track in case. That's all it was.
A patrol came fucking flying through really quickly in the middle of the night and needed to get past, and you weren't in the way. And also, a place to light a fire and have actual beds and stuff.
Yeah.
And probably arms and armor and stuff like that. There were probably things like that in them as well at one point, and then supplies, rations.
Well, there was a supply. It was the bullets.
Supplies,
motherfucker.
Supplies, bitches. So anyway, we spend the night then, and then the next morning you can make your way to. I'm sweating like. Why am I so hot? Make your way to Uthodurn.
We're back, bitches.
Yeah, and actually, there's guards on both sides of the gate this time. There's guards on the inside, this side, outside, this side of the gate as well. And the gates are open. Because there's no need for them to be fucking shut. They were already shut before because nobody really fucking went down there, so there's no need for them to be open. And they kind of greet you and they do try and pry some information out of you. They do. Well, they ask about what it's all about, why you're coming back in this way, that kind of thing. They're not the same guards that were there last time. Whether they're just not on duty or whether they're somewhere else or whatever. But they do. I don't know whether you want to give them any information or not about what.
We just tell them we met the patrol on the way, and the patrol carried on to Oralis because they're going to start. I don't know, setting up a camp there because it's can be retaken because it's like safe now.
What, safe from all the orcs and shit?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, now. How did you manage that? Borgin just shakes his head and walks off. Fuck's sake!
It's like
what happened at all?
It's like the normal thing that we do. We walked in and we got attacked and everything died.
Stop.
Same thing that happens with the dragons and with everything else that sort of comes at us.
So wait, what? You're the ones that killed Galadon?
That'd be us.
I don't fucking believe you.
Which one was Galadon?
So you're really fucking. Oh.
Yeah.
It was the.
Well, how many fucking dragons have you killed?
1, 2, 3.
Does a dragon turtle count?
Yeah, it's 4. I think.
Yeah, she tries to do the counting on the fingers things, but you can see that she's doing it completely wrong.
Some?
Many?
Lots. It's like, you're pulling his leg, I don't fucking believe in that shit. No. Not you lot.
Don't we have like a tooth or something in our back?
Yeah, there's fucking all kinds of trinkets hanging off the twins, I think, at this point. And actually, probably other members of the group. So I imagine every time we kill something that's like impressive, Sharog takes trophies and hands them out to the group. Whether everybody's wearing them or not, I don't know, but I imagine that is a thing. Yeah, you got more in your hair. Borak's got more attached to his ears, apparently. I don't know where Borax is. I don't know. I can't fucking say words anymore. I don't know where Borak is hiding his shit.
So Athena was with us when all the dragons were killed, so she could actually, because
she does actually. She's like
actually, no, it's 3.
Yeah. She's like, well, as far as I'm aware, it's 3 dragons. One of them was only a baby, though, right? But yeah, it was
kind of big to me.
It's like, yeah,
but it was his mama though, but it was kind of big.
Yeah, Mum was really big though. She's like the size of a fucking mountain or something.
She was angry too.
Yeah. I remember when she breathed on Worm and nearly killed him. I think that's what she did, didn't she? Didn't she breathe on you?
Remember we were riding her? That was cool.
I imagine the twins start saying shit like that and just walking off because they don't give a fuck whether the guys believe them or not. They've told them what happened.
Yeah, they're just telling war tales between them, like, oh, yeah. That's cool.
Another bit where you nearly died.
How was Worm doing?
Huh? What? Oh, hang on. What?
Saying something?
No, I was just saying, yeah. I said it. It was just killed 3. It was 3.
Where's Sir Gregory when this is going on?
He's just stood at the side. He's not particularly doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Not scratching his ass or something. It's a bit hard to do for a suit of armour, though, isn't it? I imagine. I don't know. Do they have arse plates?
I think they do.
It feels like a bit of weakness if they didn't. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, there's that fucking flappy bit that hangs down.
Yeah.
I should know. I've seen plenty of suits of armor from all the fucking castles I've been to. But I don't really look at the asses on a suit of armor.
You don't look at the ass flap?
No.
God, what's wrong with you?
Not unless it's actually a woman wearing it. And I'm like, I can't see her ass. She's fucking hiding it from me. God.
That's slightly different.
Yeah. Yeah, and why is it not a bikini? Obviously, that's the perfect armor for every woman ever.
Yep.
It covers all the essential bits.
Yep. The bits that we don't want to see get hurt. Anyway, so you made your ways into the city. You were obviously in the lowest section of the city.
Mm-hmm.
What is the plan? I'm assuming that Borgen's going to visit family.
He's probably going to do whatever he wants to do, but we're still waiting to go and meet the
yeah, but she said that
the woman in the library or whatever.
Take a day or so, didn't
Yeah,
she?
so we've gone and killed some lich or something in the meantime. So that surely she should have been able to sort out what she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you wanting to stop off there now? It's getting a bit late in the day, or it's also on the way up.
Yeah,
so
but
if you want to go to the inn, so
no, but we go to the library first and just see if she's sorted it, because it's like, yeah, we've been away for a few days, we killed the lich and stuff. Have you finished with getting whatever we need for the for this other place? The portal thing, yeah. I mean, go on. We must have been away long enough for her to sort stuff out, don't we?
Yeah,
I hope so. I'm just trying to find. What was her name?
I don't know. You're the GM.
Hold on.
Oh, fucking hell, it's there. Sorry, I knew I've got a fucking fold thingy on it.
You're the one with the notes.
Yes, I know. Well,
yeah,
it is. Because I couldn't find it in amongst all the fucking thingies I've got. What's her name?
Lorana.
Okay, I don't have that.
I have Lorana of the Kobo's Soul written down.
Wait, hang on a minute. Why haven't I then under my Uthodurn shit? So I've got. Yeah, no, I feel like you told me that last time as well, but I don't. I thought I had it written down. So I thought I had notes of it somewhere. Unless it's. All right, I'll have to keep that open and make note. Right, yeah. So when you enter and you ask for, I guess, Lorana, who's in there? I guess we're all making our way up, right? Because we've got to go past it anyway. So is everybody just stopping to on the way
Yeah,
up?
we'll just go as a group because it's like it was close to here, wasn't it? So we'll do this first, and then we'll carry on up to the inn.
Okay. So Lorana enters the kind of reception area, and she is followed by I don't know. I don't know. What does the person that she's followed by look like? Net.
Well, she's a tiefling, but you can tell that her horns are gone, but in place of her horns are like these bluish, kind of transparent, like magical, in the representative of horns. She's wearing the Cobalt Soul outfit. She's a purple tiefling. Yeah.
Okay. And Lorana approaches you all, and she introduces this female tiefling who is with her as her. I can't fucking remember what you said. Hang on a minute. How far back do I have to go? Is it actually apprentice? Were you not further?
That's what we talked about. Yeah.
I thought you were in adept.
No, we talked about higher than adept.
No, because adept is above apprentice.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you could have been her apprentice, but now you're the adept.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
But I can't fucking think of the word now.
I'd have to look up the ranking thing.
Fellow Cobalt Solium. She introduces this tiefling as what was your name?
Ember.
Ember, that's the one. And says that she would like. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Why did I click on that? Says that she would like her to assist you in scouting out the portal or whatever it was, rift portal thing that you found on Kautsel, or under Kautsel, or around Kautsel. And she has some experience in this area, and has some skills that may help.
So she'll be able to bring us back.
With that, she does.
That's essentially what we were waiting for. Was just somebody or something that would help us get back.
Yeah. So she's got she has a device that will allow you to be able to teleport back. I believe, is that right? Mm-hmm. Is that what we said? That she's giving you some kind of device. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's the one that's got the device that will allow you to travel back if you find yourselves in a different plane of existence and no other way of returning. Why is the music gone?
No, it's working perfectly.
Because we've gone to this map.
Oh, you little... What the...
It was just a cat. They'd cast below.
He's just fucking fallen off something. And I don't... Oh, fuck's sake. Or something's just fallen off. You alright? You don't give a fuck, do you? What you do? Oh, you been in the bags? Yeah, you little shit. Fuck you. I don't care about you anymore. Well, he's not fucking hurt. He's just being a kid, isn't he? It's alright. Because I was looking and exploring, and it scared me. So now I'm pretending that I'm not scared. Yeah, I don't know which music is it? Why is it not playing on my?
It's the
Is it the Russian winter?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So she introduces her to you. Says that she wants her to accompany you on your mission to Kautsel.
Hello.
She has certain abilities that might be able to help you, and she has access to a device that will allow you, as a group, to travel back from wherever you potentially find yourselves.
No, can we just not have the device?
So she explains to you that, like, as it's property of the Cobalt Soul, it needs to be kept with somebody from the Cobalt Soul. They're not the higher. Basically, the higher ups aren't willing to allow it to be put into other people's hands, but they also still want this looked into.
That could be a problem. What happens if you get killed?
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, but if it does, then we need to know how this thing works, because we don't. The rest of us don't want to be kept lost there.
Rana?
And then Mr. Gregory just says it, and he says, "Yes, we really do need to know."
Is you saying that to Lorana?
That's what Sir Gregory says, because he's like, "Yeah, we really do need to know how to get back."
Okay.
He takes his helmet off and frowns.
Okay.
And you get that intimidated from an invisible frown.
Yeah, she just kind of cocks an eyebrow at him and grins a little bit. It's like, right, well, I understand that you would need to know. However, I'm not sure any of you have the magical capability of doing so. So, unless one amongst you has some kind of magical ability, you better keep her alive, hadn't you?
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Come on. Where's it gone?
Oh, you little fucker! That's my toe. Oh, see, you're fucking wait now. No, you fuck off.
I bet he looks really cute when he's doing it as well. He's like, oh, I swear to God.
No, he's just batting my toe. But he doesn't, to be fair, he doesn't do it most of the time with the claws out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not too bad. It's when the claws come out that I get really fucked off with it. Little shit. No, yeah, play with this. Yeah. Well, Doc figures out what he's doing.
No, I'm just. There's a thing that used to exist. I'm just wondering if it's still there.
But yeah, so she goes on to explain that one of the reasons it also has to be Ember is going to be coming with you is because not only is she used to field work and has done plenty of similar things for the Cobalt Soul in the past. She
By
also has
13th level, you have learned enough about the workings of magic that you can improvise the use of items even when they are not intended for you. You ignore all class, race, and level requirements on the use of magic items.
Okay.
Except that's a thief. That's not what I am, but I knew it was a thing.
Look, what I will say to you, right, is if... oh, shit. If we do get her killed... Or if she does die. Oh, you fuck right. Why can't you play with your toy? Look. Why is my foot so fucking interesting?
That is a toy.
No, it isn't. It's my foot.
It is. No, you may have thought it's your foot. It's no longer your foot.
You are my toy.
It's a good job we didn't go in. It's a good job we didn't go in with the fucking claws though, because then we would get a little fucking twat in the head. No, not really. Anyway, yes. I would say that Sir Gregory definitely would know that that's not necessarily like. There's probably like if you've got the device with you, if she does die, it's probably like I mean, obviously she'd have to die as well because in most cases you'd be able to bring her back between you as a group. But she, if she does actually fucking die and is irrecoverable, but you still have the device on you. Or around you, or somehow have access to that device, you could probably work out how to use it between you. You've seen it done before, where people that shouldn't be able to have managed to.
So we don't need her.
Well, they also want her. Like, she also goes on to explain that they want her there for, you little shit, for research purposes as well. So she is coming with you, or she'd like you to take her along with you. That's a chair leg, dickhead. You're not supposed to headbutt those. What are you? Cats are stupid.
He's so
Kittens.
broken.
Shut up, yeah.
Well, if we've got to take this person along, and
wait,
attack
hang on.
them,
Sorry, has Sir Gregory been the one that's
that's Worm saying this.
right? Okay, sorry. I just didn't know whether Sir Gregory was one that had a particular issue with the tiefling coming along.
No, it's then
yeah,
and we got what?
Well, because they're like
I
half
was wondering
demons, aren't
about
they? Half devils.
Nice. Fine, he's got Worm. He's okay with Worm.
No.
As we've got to babysit this person, then I'm sure we can be paid for our time.
Okay. Yeah, so she kind of sighs and looks down at Worm, arms folded across her chest now. Okay. And she says, if we're provided with good, usable, and ample usable information, there may be some compensation for your time. However, I would remind you that you brought this problem to me, asking me for help in the first place.
We didn't expect you to send a child along with us.
Oh, child! She peeps up behind Lorana.
Okay, so Lorana says, I can assure you she's very capable. She may surprise you, even. You've asked for my help? This is the help I can offer.
So, in which case, Worm steps forward and just walks around, just like looking, just inspects all the way around.
Fucker.
Our number.
Yes.
Okay. And she's like, okay. Alright. Okay.
Oh god, okay.
Contest that.
Well, you would have to beat your. Are you? Well, yes. So it would be your perception. You'd have to make a perception roll. As he's, because obviously you're I'm assuming like you're paying attention to the fact that he's walking around you, to some extent. You're aware of what he's doing. Okay, so what was it? What is it Worm's doing then?
Well, when he gets back to the front again, he's just holding something again and sort of tapping it against his chin.
Oh, is it the device?
Not the device; it's just something else.
Okay. So what did please tell me it's a dildo. What did Ember have on? What did Ember have in her pockets that Worm might have pickpocketed and now be tapping against his chin?
My flute.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I need that.
Need what? This?
Yeah, that.
We shouldn't have left it lying around. See, this is the problem we've got. We'll be looking after you all the time.
I'll be fine. I promise I'll be fine.
Okay, so Lorana.
I'll show you a real nice trick. All right?
Okay.
If I have it back, I'll show you a real nice trick that I can do.
Okay.
Do I get my flute back?
Yeah, as he hands it back to Gregory, just comes out and takes it.
Hey,
And then brings it up to his. Takes his helmet off, brings it up to his lips, and attempts to play it.
Okay. Make a.
He's proficient. He's proficient in flute.
Is he? Is that from all the years?
No, he actually is. He is
Really?
actually proficient. Yep, he is actually proficient in flute.
Well, I was going to make you roll. I was going to make you roll it. Well, actually, no, because still rolling at disadvantage though.
Yeah, but he can't blow on it.
Yeah, I know.
But he's forgotten, so he holds up as though he would.
Trust me. Right, so I don't want to
performance check.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying is you might have given me another idea about how you're going to get your fucking body back, alright? So. Anyway. Nah, you needed to beat 20. Nothing happens.
It wouldn't have done, but it's like. He does it for a few seconds and it kind of stops. And then
does he look confused?
Yeah, well. From the way he stops and the thing comes away and he's like
looking at it,
and then he just hands it over, but you can't tell it is embarrassed.
His shoulders slump a little bit as he
walks
away.
Thank you. And you can see like she picks up her flute and she kind of whispers something to it, and she kind of does a toss with her hand and it just grows into a staff. Like,
and you hear, oh right, it's not a real flute. That's what you hear from Sir Gregory.
Yeah, that's right, Sir Gregory.
Well,
it wasn't even a real. It's not you, mate.
It is, and it kind of is. Well, yeah. Well.
No, it's not.
So it's a flute, and you've made it grow. So you blew on it and it got big. That's what you're saying.
It's not really a magic trick. My flute does that all the time. Don't even have to blow on it. Anyway, okay.
Shit.
Yeah. You get the distinct impression that nobody in the group is that impressed. Like maybe they've seen some shit.
Sure,
oh, actually, Lorana, actually, you hear her voice in your head, which obviously you're familiar with, saying, "Kill dragons, dear. Literally kill dragons. Galadon, you might need to do something a little more impressive."
Right. Yes.
Yeah, we literally just popped away for a couple of out days to get you just kill the lick and come back
and save a town.
And you can just hear her cursing under her breath, going, "Shit, fuck."
Hey, she swears well. What's your sister?
It just turns back into a flute and just stuffs it in her little bag. Well then. Well, I promise I won't.
Worm puts his hand into his little bag and pulls out a flying broom. So I could do that.
Which is clearly too big to fit in that.
Yeah, that's
bag.
the thing. Just like, but then puts it back in. It's like he's what? Go on.
Then pulls out a greatsword or something and puts that back in.
Well, yes, that is pretty great. But I promise it won't be a problem. Just let me come with you.
Vorak asked you if you can do any combat magic.
Oh, yes. Loads. I can do lots of things. Yes.
Go on then. Show me. He just kind of sticks his chest out a little bit, like he's waiting for you to hit him, like he's waiting for you to hit him or something.
Yeah, and all the rest of them are just like, cross their arms, just like, this would be good. This.
No. Let me see if I have it. What? Is that a low level? Oh, okay. So I will cast Polymorph on Vorak. That's a wisdom saving throw at 17.
I hope a fucking Vorak beats it.
And you got +4 on that. So that's 23.
There's Vorak's like, well, go on then. He's still trying to, he's now actually starting to try to hold the pose for longer because he's waiting for some kind of impact and he's just like, it's not fucking happening yet.
You can see her like, what did this work?
Yeah, and Worm says, well.
Vorak just relaxes a little bit. He's like, I don't think she can do anything. I don't think we should take her with us. She doesn't seem to be very good. Although something did tickle my brain a little bit.
See what I was like, how?
A bit like when my sister tries to talk in my brain. Were you trying to talk to me in my head? Because that's not combat.
No, I was not.
Also, Sir Gregory can do that as well. It's boring.
What's that spell?
Just fucking cast something at him. It's fucking Vorak.
I know, that's why.
Or do something. No, like combat. Like fucking hurt him.
That's why polymorph would have been funny.
Well, I suppose, yeah, you might have had his sister laughing. You might have won his sister over with that one. And actually half the group, probably.
Hold on. Shit.
Right, you're not meant to be chewing that box, you stupid little.
He likes
suppose
it.
Better than chewing wires. You dickhead.
You know what? I'm just gonna cast my cantrip. Because I can do that. Can I do that as a flavor thing? Control flame. Just lighting candles. Magic.
I mean, yeah. I don't know why you're not just blasting Vorak in the fucking face or something like that.
Because I don't want to... No, I can do that as a cantrip. I have that as a...
You spoke. I'm making an assumption there that you've got a second character and you're trying to show off what you can do. At the moment, you're just like...
There you go. Alright.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. You literally blast Vorak back into the wall and he goes, whoa!
She screams.
Whoa! Fucking hell!
Sorry.
Oh! She can fucking hurt.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fucking good. You see that, sister?
I saw it.
I imagine Sharrock's fucking pissing herself.
It hurt? Looked like it hurt.
Yeah, bit actually, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Fuck. She can fight Worm. Don't know if she can take a hit, though. Can you take a hit? He pulls out his hammer.
No, literally just punches. Just
yeah,
just
sorry.
punches.
Can you take a hit? And he's just going to step forward. So it's up to you what you do, whether you take it or not.
Oh, she'll take it.
Okay, yeah, just smacks you straight in the fucking chin. Are you still standing?
Oh,
A 7
yeah,
hit
what
point
is that?
punch to the chin?
Yeah, she's definitely standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she can... Well, it's a good punch as well. Most people
She's
go
kind
down
of
when
just
they do
rubbing
that.
her chin, like...
Yeah, she's visibly trying not to cry. Right. Fuck you, you little bastard. Right, I'm not going to put my foot near you then. What are you eating?
Your feet.
Oh. Right, fuck off. No. You little shit. Right, what? You got a fucking toy to play with?
But Daddy, you're so much more fun.
No, he's chewed a fucking basket thing. That's what happens when you got loads of stuff all around the house, just fucking everywhere. Which is great for a kitten because it's got loads to explore
Yeah.
and get into.
Get
Anyway.
in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Vorak's convinced. Not only because she like blasted him really well, which is, let's face it, is better than half this fucking group can do. But she also like didn't go down, even though she doesn't like she wants to cry when she got punched in the face. Well, I wouldn't. I don't think he'd have punched you in the face because that's fucking disrespectful. Even Vorak knows that. I imagine he just fucking doubled you up a little bit, and knocked the wind out of you, but you stayed on your feet.
Mm-hmm. So
Vorik just kind of shrugs. I think she might be.
Fair enough. What else can you do?
What else does she need to do? Fucking hurt.
Does she cook?
What Vorik says as he walks off, rubbing his chest.
No, well... normally cook, nothing specific. Yeah? I can sing you a nice song, if you like that.
Now, at this point, you see a worried expression on Worm's face when he talk about singing or music. He just said, "No, we don't. No."
Oh, I don't need to sing.
I like playing music.
Yeah, no, we do.
Pulls out his bagpipes.
No, that's the thing. It was just like, no, not to...
Yeah, no, we do.
Yeah.
Me and my sister, we like playing good music.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. We're really good, and we sing really good too.
She's got drums, and I got these.
You actually see Sir Gregory put his 2 fingers where his ears would be.
Puts his helmet back on.
No, but it's not on. He's got it on the table, but he's just put his fingers where his ears would be.
La 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 la.
Yeah, Vorik's gonna. I don't even know if I've got a fucking roll thing. Ah, fuck it, I'm just gonna
roll for performance, isn't it?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, Vorik just starts playing and goes shit. Yeah.
Plays in. Oh god, that's bad.
Oh.
She just goes, oh, and pulls out her lute and tries to join in. Oh shit, that's bad for her.
The best introduction
You could just see Worm just like pinching the top of his nose. It's just,
yes. Closing his eyes.
Yeah.
Turning away.
And shaking his head.
She's like, I think my lute's out of tune. And tries to start fucking around with the, the adjustment things and stuff. I'm so sorry. It doesn't normally sound like this. And Char's like, I think that sounds amazing. That's
I think Shin turns to Sir Gregory and says, maybe you're right. It wasn't a real flute. I don't know what Shin would say because Liam definitely wouldn't fucking say that. He'd be asleep by now.
Wolf starts howling, but it's like,
yeah.
but not in a,
not joining in.
Yeah, not joining, just like and whimpering. Yeah,
they're like scratching at the door to get out.
Let me
out. So Lorana puts her hands on Ember's shoulders with a grimace on her face just to get her to stop.
I'm sorry.
So maybe
I play better than this.
Yes, dear, I know. Why don't you go and have a drink with your new friends and get to know each other? See how you all feel tomorrow.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, thank you, Lorana.
For it's like, oh, ale.
Ale.
And just turns around and walks out the fucking door.
They're already gone.
Still playing the bagpipes as he's walking.
Oh god. Bong bomber.
I'm not even making another roll to see if it gets any better. I'm leaving it at that.
I really rolled a 1. You see that she has a +9. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's all that's up. All that's up.
Just imagine she turns to women and start. I'm really sorry.
She's really sorry. She's very that word that I can't say. Apogenic.
What?
She's apologizing. She's
Apologetic.
Like, that's the one. Yeah, she's like, I'm really sorry. It's not really better than this.
Does she look like really dejected and like?
Yeah.
Like she's trying to hide in herself.
She's like, I feel a bit defeated right now because normally it's pretty good. I'll do my best to help you guys.
Worm just sort of turns away and says, "It's best if you just probably keep out of the way." And just dismissively just walks away.
She kind of side eyes Lorana like, oh boy.
Yeah, Lorana's like, it'll be fine. Once they see what you can do, I'm sure it'll be fine. Done it before.
So. I hope so. I'll do my best, okay?
I'm sure you will, dear. Now, go have fun.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon. She kind of just runs after the rest of the group. Wait up!
They're already gone. All the way halfway up the fucking mountain. It's like, yeah, no. The twins heard it. The twins remembered there was such a thing as ale here. They've gone.
That seems accurate.
Alright.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
And you can all make your way back to the inn, and I think there's probably a good place to pick it up next time.
Yeah, that's us.
Because I don't know when that'll fucking be. Depends. I guess it depends whether Doc wants to play when he's on holiday or not, and whether Liam's working or not.
Yeah.
It seems a bit fucking silly to play if Liam's working and Doc's on holiday.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Well, I'm going on holiday to do nothing, but I'm taking my laptop with me just so I can watch YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll have my laptop with me. So.
Yeah. All right, well,
It's like Saturday nights. I'm not exactly going to be going out to like
What?
clubbing.
You're not going clubbing?
No.
What are you going on holiday for then?
To not do
have
that.
fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't find that fun. So actually, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going away to have fun, which involves not going clubbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Or talking to people.
Involves the opposite of clubbing.
Yeah.
It involves chilling the fuck out, having food and drink brought to me,
Yeah.
and sleep.
Did we buy this pub? I can't remember.
No, we haven't bought it. No. Although, to be fair, we probably have.
You probably could if you want.
Yeah,
No,
well,
that's what I
there's
think.
no probably about could. There's no probably could. Everybody has a prize. And actually, I'm guessing if you did buy it, you'd buy it and leave them to run it.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. If that's something you wanted to discuss, then we can certainly arrange that next time.
Yeah.
And I'll sort I'll sort Ember's token out because I've still got it as the original name, which is why I was like, hang on a minute. Now I can't remember which name.
I changed my mind about it.
Yeah.
Because I thought Ember was easier to say than Mooseville. So that was kind of the thing. And plus of the thing with Tieflings choosing certain names that has meaning.
Yeah.
That's why I changed.
It's a funny name though, because considered you blue,
And purple.
purple. It's the same colour.
Yeah.
Oh, but hasn't she got like red hair though?
Yes, she does.
And why has she got no? Why has she got no horns?
Well, you'll fucking find out, won't you?
Well,
Maybe.
That's what you do when you ask.
Yeah, but you're not asking now because we stopped playing. I just said so. Find out next time, whenever that is.
On D&D.
Which could be. Yeah. Adventures in Wild Mounds.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, it's right because I was like, upsetting Net the other day by reminding her that they could, if we didn't play while you were on holiday, and we won't be playing while I'm on holiday, and then Net's coming over here, then there could only be like 5 D&D sessions before like Halloween.
Yeah. I'm already working.
It's like what? What? So, but I don't know. I will work it all out. We'll just play it by
We'll
ear.
figure it out.
If I don't speak to you before, Doc, I hope you have a good time on your holiday. I'm sure you
I hope you have a lovely time.
Well, if you don't speak to me before, it means like if you don't speak to me tomorrow, essentially.
Yeah, I know. What time are you travelling?
6 in the morning.
From Manchester.
That's why I've just booked my taxi for 20 past 3 on Monday morning.
That's it for us tonight.
Sounds delightful.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Only Manchester, I'm sure. Right? You're flying from Manchester.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm taking the bag to the airport on Sunday night, and then
right, yeah.
You don't have to mess around going through the full.